Now we're ready to get on with this wedding. There are a lot of thoughts that can go on during a wedding. There are a lot of things to be said about a wedding. We can't get them all into one wedding naturally, especially not into a wedding that the girl was going to. They're all too plain and short. In this wedding, I played the minister. That gives me the right to tell you more things about it. You see, for a while now, the play gets pretty serious. Some churches say that marriage is sacrament. I don't quite know what that means. Like Mrs. Gibbs said a few minutes ago, people are made to live 2 by 2. This is a good wedding. But people are so put together, even at a good wedding, there can be a lot of confusion that goes on in people's minds. And we thought that ought to be in our play also. The real hero of the scene isn't on stage at all. They know who it is. It's like one of those European films I've been saying. Every child born into the world is nature's attempt at the perfect human being. Well, we've seen nature's been pushing and contriving for some time now. We all know that she's interested in quantity, but I think she's interested in quality too. And don't forget about the other witnesses at this wedding. The ancestors. Billions of them. Most of them set out to live 2 by 2 also. Millions of them. Well, that's all for my sermon. It's one very long anyway.
Another mouthful. And she sat her head on the table and she cried. I've got to say it. There's something downright cruel about sending our girls off into marriage this way. I hope one of her girlfriends had told her a thing or two. It's cruel, I know, but I couldn't bring myself to say it. The whole world's wrong, that's what's the matter. Here they come.
Hey, George! George! Yeah! Let's get on, fellas. You look scared to death. Wow! George, you don't look so innocent, you old geezer. We know what you're thinking. Don't disgrace the team, big boy. Woo!
That you all get out of here. There used to be an awful lot of that sort of stuff in the olden days, growing later. We're more civilized now, so they say.
George, what's the matter?
Ma, I don't want a girl. Why is everybody pushing me so?
Why, George, you wanted it.
No, Ma, listen to me.
You're a man now. Why, George?
Ma, for the last time I asked you, all I want to do is to be a fella.
Why, George, I'm ashamed of you. Stop it.
But where's Emily?
George made me such a turn.
Was your mom getting married? Now, Ma, you say Thursday nights. Emily and I will come over for dinner every Thursday night. Come on, you'll see. Come on, Ma, what are you crying for? We gotta get ready for this.
I never felt so warm in my whole life. George over there. I hate him. I wish I were dead. Papa!
Emily! Now, don't get upset.
Papa, I don't want to get married.
Emily, everything's all right.
Why can't I just stay for a while? Just as I am. Let's go away.
No, Emily, now stop and think a minute.
Don't you remember what you used to say? All the time you used to say that I was your girl. There must be lots of places we could go. I'll work you. I can keep house.
You mustn't think such things. You're just nervous, Emily. George, will you come here a minute? Well, you're marrying the best young fellow in town. George is a fine fellow.
But
I'm
Papa!
giving away my daughter, George. Do you think you can take care of her?
Mr. Webb, I want to. I want to try. I'm going to do my best. Emily, I love you, Emily. I need you.
Well, if you love me, help me. All I want is someone to love me.
Emily, I will. I'll try.
And I mean forever. You hear? Forever and ever.
Come, they're waiting for us. Now you know it'll be all right. Come to it.
To you, George, take this woman, Emily, to be a wedded wife, to have...
Perfectly beautiful wedding. Loveliest wedding I've ever saw. I do love a good wedding, don't you? Doesn't she make a lovely bride?
I do. You, Emily, take this man, George, to be a wedded
No,
husband.
when I've been to such a lovely wedding, I always cry. I don't know why that is, but I always cry. I just love to see young people happy, don't you? Oh, I think it's lovely.
I've married over 200 couples in my day. Do I believe in it? I don't know. Then there's in millions of them. The go-kart, the cottage, the Sunday afternoon drives in the Ford, the first rheumatism, the grandchildren, the second rheumatism, the deathbed, the reading of the will. Once in 1,000 times is interesting. Well, let's have Mendelssohn's Wedding March.
Aren't they a lovely couple? Oh, I've never been to such a nice wedding. I'm sure they'll be happy. I always say, happy. That's the great thing. The important thing is to be happy.
And that's all for the second act, folks. 10-minute intermission.